Okay, completing the square. So this is the entry task example. So 2x squared minus 20x plus 54. Now, when we've been doing these problems, every time there has been an x squared, and we wrote it as x minus or plus whatever. This is not set up as x squared. But could I divide 2x squared by something to make it an x squared? What could I divide it by? How could I make 2x squared become just x squared? Divide it by 2. So when you do this, your first step, you are going to, so step 1, factor out a 2. Now, in this problem, the reason you're factoring out a 2 is because the number in front of x squared is 2x squared. You have to divide everything by that number so that this is no longer x squared. Remember, you can't just do it to one part, you have to do it to all parts. Now, since we factored out a 2, you're going to write a 2 and then parentheses, and then you're going, when you divide all of that by 2, you're going to write it right here. So we said that cancels, or 2 divided by 2 is just 1, so it would just be x squared. Now, what's negative 20 divided by 2? Negative 10x. And then 54 divided by 2 is 27. So it would be plus 27. Okay. The next step, complete the square. For the information inside the parentheses. Now this 2 is just going to stay out there for a while. So that 2 stays out there. I'm going to look at this information and then this information alone to complete the square. So if I have x squared minus 10x plus 27. What makes an x squared when you multiply? X times x. If I was doing algebra tiles, how could I split 10x, negative 10x up evenly? Divide it by 2, so it would be negative 5 squared. Now if I have a negative 5 times a negative 5, what's a negative 5 times a negative 5? Positive 25. So remember, that's what I subtract. So I would subtract 25. What's 27 minus 25? Positive 2. So inside, or to complete that square, it would be x minus 5 squared plus 2. Here. So since you guys in here just asked me to change this to a bracket, you can do a parentheses inside of a parentheses, but if it makes more sense doing a bracket, that's fine. I guess I should use whiteout. Okay, so I'll make this a bracket just so that you don't have to worry about the parentheses inside of a parentheses. It'll just be a bracket. So Okay, there we go. So now it's a bracket. Okay, now this is the next step, or the next thing that makes it, the only thing that makes it different, sorry. Step 3, you have to multiply that back in. So you multiply the 2 into both terms. So you're going to multiply this 2 right here, and then 2 times 2. And the reason you do that is so that it is written in vertex form. Oops, that's... And remember, vertex form is a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. So it would be written as 2 parentheses x minus 5 squared, because you're just saying that it's 2 times that parentheses. And then what's 2 times 2? 4. So it'd be plus 4. And that is your answer.